Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GameStar TV. My name is Crisis. I'm joined in the studio by Biza, and we are bringing you the State of Origin final series tonight. This is 4 teams that have made it through from the qualifiers yesterday. Good evening, Biza. How are you doing, man?
Good evening, Crisis. I'm doing very fine on this gloomy Perth WA afternoon. It's raining like there's no tomorrow, but it's quite nice. It's all right. We're here for some Cyber Gamer State of Origin action, and already we're looking at the brackets, and apparently what's happened with New Zealand is they couldn't field their free tonight, so they forfeited the first semi-final, and New Zealand qualify through to the final. So the first match tonight will be Tasmania taking on Queensland, and their semi-final is going to be a best of 7 Crisis.
What?
And then the grand final will be a best of 7. Yeah, so talk about we had no idea that was going to happen, but that was announced about half an hour ago. So in their chat, so
right.
Give it the times. We'll have 14 matches if they all go the distance, rounds that is, for tonight. So about an hour and a half worth of action of Cyber Gamer State of Origin.
So that's basically like playing 3 best of 5s in a row. We're having 2 best of 7s. It's going to be 3 best of 5s length of time. So, I mean, that was kind of what we were in for tonight. I think we were expecting a couple of best of 5s and maybe a best of 7 for the grand final. So
yeah,
a lot of Rocket League action, and we're going to get used to exactly who is in Tasmania and who is in Queensland.
4, 5, 6. Just setting up my pad for 7 scoreboards. Get some. What's really interesting to see is we had the qualifiers yesterday, and look, all these teams have pretty much got through, apart from who missed out. No, these are only.
Yeah.
No, these are all the teams that played yesterday. Victoria, WA, and South Australia did not show. I'm not sure if they forgot or just I don't know what happens, but they weren't around, so they didn't qualify. But it left the 4 teams with automatic qualification, so they just played off yesterday for rankings. So I'd take it New South Wales were first, Tasmania was second, followed by New Zealand the third, and Queensland fourth, or the other way around with New Zealand and Queensland. But they obviously rank how they are. Tasmania and Queensland are going to be a good match to start Crisis. Good old CJ. We didn't know anything about CJ yesterday, and we certainly found out a lot about that guy.
Well, he picked up one of the MVPs, but he could easily have picked up more than one in the matches that he played. He plays for, was it Dismay Esports?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, and man, he was just doing some amazing stuff. So looking forward to a lot more excellent action from him. He is a Queenslander, am I right?
Nah, Tasmania.
Oh, he's a Tassie. So he's with Schmeevel and the boys. Alrighty. So yeah. So I have to say, for the size of Tasmania's population, they have proved to. I don't know. They must be petrol heads on that island, because goodness me, their Rocket League is very, very good.
Depends what you determine petrol heads.
Petrol head is people who are into cars and, spend their time tinkering in cars and, getting performance out of their vehicles and that sort of thing. What did you think I meant? Did you think I meant like something derogatory?
It could be anything, mate.
No, mate. If a petrol head is somebody who's well into cars and goes to these meets where people do burnouts and things like that.
Indeed. So the game is up, ready to go, mate. Just it's reverse of what we did yesterday in terms of team names.
All right. Okay. All right.
Not to give anything away. I reckon someone will figure that out and just crash the party.
Well, I mean, it is pretty simple. All right, so we're jumping in, and the first match, as mentioned, is going to be Tasmania versus Queensland. Without further ado, do we have all the players? No, we don't quite have all of the players just in there yet. So we'll head on over to our pre-game view and see what's going on in the Twitch chat at the moment. A little bit of banter.
There's a little bit of love.
Orion wanting to know if there are even rosters for it. Yes, there are rosters. So what's happened is team captain was nominated out of all of the people who put their hands up in the sign-up thread. And then the team captain chose his team.
Yeah, Orion's a little bit disappointed. He didn't get a chance. So he's one of the best in OCE.
Well, you know, the tricky bit is that if you're on a team and one of the other players on that team gets selected to represent the state and you're in the same state as them, then you can't play. Sorry. So it's just part of the rules to make things easier, you know, so you can't have like an all Karasuno team representing one state or something like that. So that's why things have been mixed up, and some people will have missed out as a result.
I think Schmeebel is missing from Tasmania's lineup because we're seeing a new one in Froggy in the lobbies. So it'll be interesting with that. Just a shout out, if they wanted to know WA's captain, it was Cubics. I think it's out there. Guys, not many people in the chat right now because the game hasn't been promoted as much. So I'm going to do my best. Christ is going to do his best. I think the guys are joining up. Let's get this spam out and get everyone watching this because this is the best players in OCE taking the State of Origin action all the way to your computer screens. We start here, ladies and gentlemen. On the blue side is Tasmania, CJ, Fashy, and Schmeebel, and I got corrected here. It's Queensland. Froggy's the replacement, and they're Dilga and Sifo playing. Christ to take us away for round number 1 action.
Alrighty, so very, very slow start as we expect. No goals just yet. Teams feeling themselves out, and that means CJ getting himself lined up for the first goal. And yeah, we'll get a bit more excited in just a moment, but man, that took me by surprise. 20 seconds, Bizer, and the Tassies are on the board.
Well, they started quick in their games yesterday, and they also finished off very well, so I wouldn't expect any different from them. CJ gets an opportunity working the ball down to his forward pocket. Tries to go for the second. Schmeebel just sitting there waiting for it. Boys is trying to find the momentum and rhythm as they set up here with grabbing the boost as well. Schmeebel works to the pocket. It's a nice pop out, and Dilga stops in the process. Up he goes and clears. Moves forward now. Froggy with the touch down to the pocket. Fashy was waiting. Redirects it back out. Dilga to the middle. Sifo works it to the side. Wants the second hit. It's working for a goal. Schmeebel clears in a nick of time for Tasmania. Holds it out for the meantime, Crisis.
Yeah, so a little bit of a heart-stopping moment there for the boys on Queensland. The pressure, though, from Tasmania is being maintained. So they've scored that first goal. They followed up with some good pressure on the goal. Schmeebel looking to do a pop and drop, and he's got it. Oh, the thing of beauty. The simplest of high-level skills. Let's just put it that way. I mean, it's not a simple thing to do. He pops it straight up. It's on target already, and then he drops it down. Gets the dunk through in the second for the Tasmanian Devils. Back to the centre, Bizer. And right now, Tasmania looking to take it to Queensland in a really powerful way.
There they are. Fashy gets up, helps the ball forward. Just a little bit of a boost for him, but it goes straight back over his head. Dilga with the opportunity! Lovely pass from Sifo, and Dilga's read it so well. Let's have a look how it panned out. Oh, Schmeebel's missed the defensive hit. Oh, look at the magic from Dilga. Just flipping a couple rotates in the process. Nicely done there. Queensland on the board, 2-1 scoreline, Crisis.
Yeah, not quite a runaway just yet for the Tasmanian Devils. They were the surprise team of the tournament yesterday. Coming on, and everybody expected Queensland versus New South Wales to be the match of the day, and it turned out that Tasmania, they had Queensland's measure at the time, so this is a little bit of a rematch for them as expected. Only 4 teams entered yesterday and got through. Here's a shot from CJ. He's got the measure of the goal. Schmeebel picks up the clear on the wall and then puts it through 2 defenders. I mean, the tiniest of holes for CJ to push the ball through, and he manages to do exactly that. 3-1 to Tasmania.
Oh, Schmeebel straight into the back of his teammate. Help it forward, but this should be an easy goal for Sifo. He's worked it too high. Dilga's over the top. Froggy with the ending. Oh, It's definitely not a happy ending. CJ clears for his team. Tasmania holding on. The strong attack from the Queensland. And now they go forward. Smeevil working the pocket. Froggy comes back out. Fashy with a touch. Now high up. Dilger will do the clear work for Queensland. Going forward. Siffo brings it back down. It's bouncing. Hits the crossbar. Dilger gets the wrong side of the car onto the ball. And it just comes back out defensively. Tasmania just look to reset the ball and get it moving forward.
Yeah, Schmeevel picks up the ball, carries it out to the midfield. It's been interrupted though, and Siffo leaves it for Dilger. Dilger interrupted by CJ. CJ, everything happening in the midfield right now. Siffo looking to create something by going up into the air. Picks it up for himself. Gets a beautiful little pop, and Fashy is there though as the last line of defense to clear the ball out. And let me say, Fashy, one of the finds of the tournament as well, Biza. We haven't seen a lot of Ripple Esports because of their inability to play on the GRL Monday night scheduled match nights. But he played like an absolute monster yesterday. Oh, this is an opportunity. The ball popped up. CJ in a joust. And it's actually one out by Dilger. Excellent defense from Dilger in front of his goals there. Now in the midfield again. Biza, a lot of action in the midfield between these two teams.
Yeah, it seems to be where it's all played out at the moment defensively. Here, Froggy just keeps it forward and gets the momentum as well. Whiffs past it too after Seppa with a touch. Dilger, Queensland just can't seem to get a handle on the ball at the moment. Tasmania now running it forward. Froggy gets back and just pops it back up to his teammate Dilger. Moves it forward. Siffo with the ground touch. Goes for the second bite of the cherry. Oh, Froggy finishes it off. Good little team play there from Queensland. Started with Dilger on the defensive side. Siffo brings the double touch. Froggy reads it so well. Good little play there.
Yeah, and the difference there from before was that the rebound led to a second shot on goals as opposed to just a second rebound. We had a couple of pressurizing moments from Queensland earlier where they took a couple of shots, but both of them were wide, and the third one came through too late. The defense was already set. This time round, the second shot is all that it takes, and that's what they're going to need to do, get their accuracy on. If they put it against the backboard, make sure that the second one seals the deal. Now from long range, Froggy gets a touch through. Fashy with a good little dodge, getting it over to the side. Now some danger as the pressure from Queensland starts to mount. 20 seconds to go, Biza, and they're looking to find an equalizer.
They are indeed. The ball sitting in the pocket defensive side for Tasmania. They can't seem to work it out. Froggy redirects into the middle. Dilger just wrapped back defensively, and he's left it back out with the clock ticking down. This is going to be pretty hard for Queensland to have a shot on goal. It's back over. It's bounced up high. Froggy, he's got a lot of work to do. CJ beats him in the process, brings it back down. Oh, the shot. Oh, the crossbar. Oh, the buzzer beater. Fashy, the man of the day yesterday, showing us how to beat the clock.
Well, salt in the wounds more than anything else from that goal from Fashy, and that is the first game going over to Tasmania. So I've just realized, Biza, this is a best of 7, and so we might run into a little bit of trouble with our scoreboard, because for the longest time we've been working on developing a replacement for the scoreboard rather than extending or expanding the capability of the current scoreboard. And
I think we had a 7 lined up somewhere. We just don't know where we misplaced it.
But that's okay. Maybe we're going to get a 4.
You got the old school one there?
Yeah. So we got.
We'll just plug that up.
Oh right, I suppose I could. Not sure if I want to.
If we get to the 6th round, we'll plug it up.
All right, there you go. So it's 1-0 at the moment to the Tasmanian Devils, and the Reds looking to come back in the next one. Long time for Schmeevel to ready up, so they're just having a bit of a team talk. They reckon, Biza, they're in the lead, and they've got to stay there.
Yeah, speaking of Ripple Esports, the reason why we don't see much of them on the weeknights is one of their players, probably shouldn't talk about it, but he's not available, and poor old Fashy and his other teammate have to deal with that. So they've got the weekend play, but I've got to say, they're actually one of the informed players throughout the comp, and they've come out of nowhere. So there'll be someone to watch. If they can pick up a sub that plays during the week, there'll be a dangerous force coming into the season. There's an opening there from the Queenslanders. Enough promoting a ripple there.
Yes.
Sippo worked the pocket.
Sippo with a
nice.
beautiful touch. That's just magnificent. He sent it through himself along the right-hand wing, and then picks it up off of the corner bounce with a lovely little pirouette. He's up in the air again, just the wrong angle, but he sets it up for Dilga. Dilga looks for the dodge, but just whiffs the ball. And we're sticking with Sippo at the moment. He gets the pass through to Dilga. Dilga tries the touch. And Sippo is there to take advantage of a defensive lapse and almost goes in, Bizer. But the Tasmanian Devils breathe a sigh of relief as it hits the post.
Yeah, a little bit of luck there. Ball's dropping back down the defensive side. A big cut by Sippo. Hits the sidebar and stays out for the meantime. CJ pops up, plays to Fashy, reads it well. Dilga down by the drop of the ball, moves it forward, a wide shot. CJ will wait for it now. Sippo setting up. He's in the line. He's got CJ to contend with. He gets it going back. He's put everyone off, including his own teammate in Dilga. Sippo will follow it back up. In front of the goals, Dilga can't capitalise, but Sippo, there's no defence there. He'll get their second touch and go forward. 2 quick goals here from Queensland. Something against the trend of play we've been seeing, because Tasmania started so well in the first round. It's the opposite right now with Queensland.
Yeah, 2-0 with 3 minutes and 50 to go. The centre is won handily by the boys in blue. There's a shot on goal straight away from Schmiebel. Sippo gets a halo to keep the donut on the board for the Reds. And if you're wondering, if you're an international viewer and you're wondering who the Reds are, Queensland have a football team. The football team they're called the Queensland Reds, so that's why we refer to them as the Reds. The Tasmanian Devil, CJ. We were talking him up earlier on, Bizer, and he comes through and picks off an opportunity goal with a lovely little cut. In fact, that's just a great piece of threading of the needle, just like his previous goal.
Do you remember Bear's dance with his mum? We cast it early in this season. That was almost like that.
Almost.
Just as good. I think it was just as good, to be honest.
Yeah, just CJ's mum wasn't involved, so probably not quite as fantastic. Sippo gets the ball. He's carrying it through. He's had a couple of solo efforts. Now he looks to cross it over, and it's been disrupted. But he's there to try for another time. It doesn't quite go in, but this is good pressure again coming through from the Queenslanders. And it's finally cleared out by the Tasmanians, only to get it returned straight away. So great play right now from the Reds.
Froggy, what a shot! What? What's happened?
So it's come off the crossbar, bounced high into the air, and Sippo, like a dog that's lost the fight, turns his tummy to the ball and caresses it down, drops it in. That's 3-1. Not sure where I was going with that one, Bizer, but 3-1 right now to the Queenslanders after dropping the first game.
B-Baz is loving a little bit of chat in Twitch chat at the moment. And Wasted says it's Maroons, not the Reds, but I go with the Reds as well. So I don't know. Maybe it's the rugby. You know what we mean. That's the general colour and the persona of Queensland. So leave it at that. 3-1 is the scoreline. Halfway down the smash, the ball's dropped down. Oh, Schmiebel goes a little bit too high. Miscues the route of the bounce of the ball. Now back out. Sippo helping it forward. Working to the corner. Fashy's in the line. Clears over the top of his goal. Back out to the side. Nicely done. Gets the second as well. Almost a shot on goal as he works for the third. It's being worked by Sippo. Gets it high up. Moves it forward. Dilga and Froggy both going for it. So it's interesting. They're both rotated right back now and going forward. Drops down. Shot on goal by Froggy. Looks dangerous. It's in.
It's stopped by Fashy, but it bounces in. Nevertheless, a great shot going through from Froggy. And there, Fashy gets a touch to it, but the momentum of the ball good enough to carry it over. 35 k's an hour. It doesn't matter how fast it goes as long as it crosses the line. And it's done that 4 times for the Queenslanders after dropping that first game, I keep saying after dropping that first game, but really, it's like they needed a warm-up, Bizer, and boy, they are red hot right now.
Well, 7 games to play. If they get to the distance, it's a long series of Rocket League, and it can go any way possible. You know how quickly they can score a goal and how quickly a game can turn back going forward. Froggy is a surprise packer right now. On Sifo works the wrong side of the ball straight as quickly as they went down. Fashy will run into it and put it in for the boys of Tasmania. They pegged back the score. Jeez, it was a dangerous attack from Queensland, but they left the defense right open, especially when you're going to risk a shot off the wall and pinching it straight back over the top of everyone. It's dangerous and risky. You got to score there.
Well, I guess when you have a 3-goal advantage, you start to get to the point where it's kind of like start to throw caution to the wind, because the worst thing that can happen is you lose a little bit of your lead at that stage. Right now, though, maybe that goal is going to spark something off for the boys in blue, as the Tasmanian Devils put together the most pressure that they've been able to so far in this game. It doesn't turn into anything, but with 40 seconds to go, CJ now off of the wall, follows the ball through, gets a good little half volley off. It's been whiffed by one of the defenders. Now up in the air, Schmeevel comes through with a beautiful touch. He would have come from miles away. He was in the midfield, gets up and gets a great dodge onto it. Beats Froggy, who was in the goals. Beauty. And with 30 seconds, Bizer, we are close to getting an Everton.
Oh, look, we go there. We know how strong Tasmania are, and all the boys are on the scoreboard right now. Quick shout out to Sifo. He's actually got a hat trick. We haven't picked up on it. So he's looking to increase his tally as he moves the ball forward. It's rolling straight into a goal. Sifo! Make it a quaddie. Talking about the man, he decides to pop up on the screen as we're talking about him and put one in. All of Tasmania's defence is gone, and the rotations are not there at the moment, both sides. It's really interesting to see how they're playing.
Yeah, CJ and Dilga meet in the midfield. Schmeevel with the cheat shot. Doesn't quite get it. Froggy gets himself a halo. The ball in front of the goals. The 10-second countdown has started. It's going to finish a 5-3 margin, I think, as Froggy keeps the ball up in the air. This could be a reply of salt in the wounds. And no, it's not to be. 5-3, the turnaround in favour of Queensland for game number 2.
I reckon we might be going a distance crisis.
Oh, we might do, if the first 2 games are any indication.
Oh, Fashi's restarting, so we'll wait for him. I'll just hold out the full 39 seconds remaining and quickly just talk about Sippo here. 650 with a scoreline. 8 shots out of those 8 shots, 50% conversion ratio, 4 goals in the bag, a nice quad, an assist and 3 saves. It's fair to say he was all over the field in that one.
Yeah, pretty much. The stats don't lie. And bear in mind, we're looking for an MVP nomination at the end of the match, ladies and gentlemen. Sifo with the front foot forward right now off of that one. Let's have a look at what's going on in the Twitch chat at the moment. Wasted pointing out that it's state of origin, they're the Maroons. Of course, I don't actually watch rugby league. I watch Union, and the Queensland team is the Reds. But we'll call them the Maroons for this. Does that
that's
mean,
why I call them the Reds as well.
Yeah, so should I, for New South Wales, should I be calling them the...
Blues. They're the Blues.
No, but the colour is cyan. It's like a light blue, isn't it?
Oh, man. Crisis, the forever smartass he is.
I mean, that is the case. And we're talking about colour variations. 5 minutes to go.
It's the Blues and Maroons. That's how they're called.
Oh, the Blues and the Maroons. It's game number 3 of Queensland versus Tasmania. Oh, fantastic.
The hate.
You're from Western Australia. Do you not play rugby?
We don't even have a team, mate. We don't even... Oh, wait, yes, we do. In fact, yeah, we used to. Don't get me started about the Force. Oh, God.
All right.
That's about the only part of rugby we have.
Yeah. 30 seconds gone by, and the rugby will be there next week. State of origin for Rocket League won't be. And everybody's flying past until Dilga finds the ball. and puts it into the goal for goal number 1. Man,
Sipho was there waiting for it, so he almost came down on it.
So 1-0, and straight away the Queenslanders into the lead. Once again, they've tied up the series. It's a best of 7, Bizer, so a lot of Rocket League to be played.
Yeah, a lot of Rocket League. You can fair to say they've got momentum. Froggy has worked a beauty of a shot down for a goal, but it's come straight back now. Defense. Sipho has to wrap back. Clears it to the middle. Froggy's missed it. CJ on target. Oh, there's redirection. And I think it's a redirection by Sipho. Let me quickly have a look at this. CJ's there. No, he's come back. Second hit. Oh, Dilga's trying to clear. All right, I just had the wrong angle, ladies and gentlemen. But beauty of a touch from CJ. Deserves everything for that. Star player in the making from the Dismay Esports. Let's see if we can get back for defense here. Dilga's up. Sipho working with a pop. Not much of a chance to go score on goal. Fashi will clear and back down the end they go.
Schmiebel carries the ball, keeps the ball in the orange zone. Up into the air goes CJ. It's a soft touch that goes off the backboard. Schmiebel is there to keep the pressure on. Looks for the same double touch that CJ had. Reckons he can do it too, but the defender was there to disrupt things. And now, off camera just about for a moment. We're on with Dilga right now on defense as the pressure continues to mount. It's finally relieved, and Sipho now carrying the ball over. Dilga with good anticipation gets it back into the blue zone. Now he pops up, gets the soft touch. The finesse is not quite there. Fashi doesn't have to get a touch to it, so just as well that he whipped it, Bizer. It wasn't going into the goals anyway. 3 minutes to go, and it's tied.
Ball's working down the midfield. Sipho. Let's go straight back over his head. Fashi and CJ working together to get it going forward. This is set up for Schmabel for a domination of scoring. Froggy's cleared it. Here comes Fashi over the top. Oh, the sidebars kept it out. Again, Queensland breathing a sigh of relief as they're working to the forward line now. Sipho back down the pockets. Left it dead. Flips. Oh, that's a good touch. Oh, the shot from Froggy. Cleared. Master clear there from Fashi as they hold the Queensland's attack out.
Well, the pop was great, and the shot on target, shot on goals was on target as well. But defense, very, very strong. A low-scoring goal. Things have tightened up quite a lot in this third game of the best of 7. As we follow Schmiebel right now on the wall. He's getting some interference. Up into the sky goes Dilga, but CJ is there well in advance off of the roof. Gets another good shot. Will Fashi come through and pick it off? No, he's way down behind. Another shot from CJ. The halo is there, and Schmiebel gets a good touch. Fashi up into the sky looking for, it's not quite a dunk. They're just finessing it right now. We need a bit of power. Bizer raining down from above to convert these opportunities into goals.
I gotta say, CJ, he's not missing a trick here. He can seem to shoot from any points of the field and almost put them in the back of the net. It's just good defense from Queensland that's holding him out at the moment. Score lines are locked, 1-1. We're just past the 130 mark. So this is time to score if it's going to be crucial for the win. Fashi working it forward. This is Team Tasmania. Fashi with a second almost. Schmabel up the top. Dilga will clear for Queensland. They will reset back into the attack. Here's CJ working the play. Flips for the pass. Fashi up. One side of the ball. Can't center. Instead puts it wide. Dilga redirects. CJ and Schmabel both reading it. Now set up. This is a beauty of a spot for a shot. It comes back out. Saved again, Queensland. Defense too strong.
Yeah, good pressure from both teams. They're maintaining control whenever they get the ball, Bizer, and get into the right zone, their offensive zone. They maintain good control, and they're both able to create sustained pressure. Only one team in about 3 minutes of play, though, has been able to convert that pressure into a goal, and it's Sipho. He pops the ball up, it hits the roof, and then he finishes it himself. In fact, I think he might have whiffed it right at the end there, so it just came off the roof.
I don't think it hit the roof. I don't think it hit the roof. I couldn't catch it, but I don't think it did because it came down so slowly as it went up and slowly dropped down. It caught everyone off guard. Meantime, Schmabel's worked a little bit of a ploy down the pocket for an attack. Froggy reads it well and clears it. Queensland coming in for the super play. and just gets butted out by CJ. Gets the second hit, moving it forward for the Tassies. Can't move it any further because Froggy's in the way. Now chance for Queensland. Back and forth play from both teams. CJ wrapping around to clear. Tassie wanting to score a goal, but it's looking out of play here as it drops. Oh,
this could be a moment for CJ to get a little bit of glory. He sets the ball across. It's unfortunately a little bit too low, and the good rounds go out. So after two real high-scoring games, Biza, a low scorer for the third, and Queensland march into the lead.
Well, it's something that's not very unexpected after the form yesterday. It's the Tassie guys. They had pretty much games wrapped up against Queensland and New Zealand, and they showed a lot of momentum, but maybe it's a different ploy from Froggy, having Froggy part of the team for Queensland. Definitely, he's bottom scored there, but during the games, the 3 games that they've played so far, he's just shown to be a really good asset to the team so far. So Sifo and Dilga are actually having a field day at the moment with Froggy playing.
Well, let's see if the form continues. They're in the lead for the series. It's a best of 7, so doesn't matter. Even if they win another goal, we could still have a reverse sweep coming through from the boys in blue. But who knows? The way Queensland are playing and the way Tassie are they're just not as on fire as they were yesterday. Maybe Queensland have what it takes to go the distance and win 4 in a row. They've dropped only the first game, won 2 together. 2 in a row now, and looking now to confirm their lead or firm it up anyway. CJ gets a good kick-off there, Biza, but it's returned to the blue zone straight away with Queensland on attack.
Well, the momentum's sitting with Queensland, and Tasmania have got a lot to do. Let's not put them past them. They've actually attacked the goal quite on a large scale. It's just a defense coming from Froggy and Dilga that are doing the job for Queensland. Let's see if they can try and break the trend and get the first as the ball's heading back to the defense. Sitting with Schmeeble, he's coming out at it, clears. Just sits there high up on the defensive wing there. CJ's up flying. It's a big fly. Schmeeble now for the redirection. CJ lands on top of Fashy, so nothing happening there as Froggy works himself into a nice place. Queensland, the Reds, the Maroons, whatever you want to call them, the orange guys right now. They're going for the defensive clear. Sifo brings it back to the wall and up over the top, looking for the carry. The air dribbles are big by Sifo. Even lands on top of it. Wants the 5th touch, but can't get it. I think he had 4 there.
Oh, the shot from Dilga hits the crossbar. It was so close. The Donuts stay on the board, though. And right now, it's all Queensland pressurizing Tasmania all the way. You've got to say that sooner or later, the dam has got to break. There you go, Dilga keeps the pressure on. CJ returns it. It's now finally over into the orange zone. The attack is on for the blue team. Schmeeble with a good little touch, but it's high, so not quite that good. Fashy meets it at the wall. Schmeeble on the wall himself, looks to combine with Fashy or with CJ. Either one will do, but Froggy is there again to pick up the halo, Biza.
Sifo moves it forward. CJ just coming to clear with the pace, takes it with the ball, brings it down to the other side. Fashy combines the demo on from CJ to Froggy. This is a setup for Taz to going. Sifo, last line of defense, holds the ball out, but CJ's coming. The redirection strong, and Sifo reads it well. Back down to the other end. Comes down the bonnet of Schmeeble. He has a shot. Dilga clears. Both teams looking to work the shots on goals. With halfway down here, Crisis, I tell you, it is a tough game.
Yeah, very tight as well. So we had, just 2-1 as the result of the previous game. Things tightened up a huge amount there, and this is tightened even further in game number 4 of the series. But Schmeeble, he breaks the drought, gets the donut off the board for the boys in blue. That's the Tasmanian Devils. He popped it up. CJ put it against the wall, and then Schmeeble, using a defender to get the angle that he needs, scores the first goal, and they're back in the lead for the first time since game number 1.
Good start from Taz. The Taz boys with taking a little while to score, but they've gotten the board here defensively. Got to work it out. Sifo's just cleared that ball to the side. Up goes Schmeeville to clear. Froggy reading it well, bringing it down just a little bit wide there. Fashy will clear. Get the halo on the board of his name. Back over the top. Can't control the ball. Schmeeville will clear it now. CJ with the movement to keep it forward. And Schmeeville will get there, make the second hit. He's up high. Can't get going. CJ goes past. The ball's dropped back down. Left up Fashy to clear. He's had a big ping at the goals. Froggy will hold it up in the meantime. Dilger comes across, brings the ball down for his team. It's bouncing back over. The ball is staying up in the air so long in these matches, Crisis, as Schmeeville works off the backboard to go forward. Froggy with the momentum forward. Oh, it's a tough game, I tell you. It's a tough game.
Yeah, the Tassies will be very pleased that they're in the lead for such a tight game. Now, here come the Queenslanders looking to set something up. Schmeeville gets the touch on the wall, though. Changes direction, gets the pass through, but Sifo meets it on the other side of the field. Now into the air goes Dilger, looking for a trademark dodge in the midair to get himself into position. But the boys in blue have interrupted things. They've carried it over themselves. Now let's see if they can build some pressure. Not really, because Dilger has all the time in the world to get the pop going. Sifo with the follow-up, carries it over into the blue zone, and just as quickly as they arrive there, Biza, they've cleared it out. It's a complete turnaround from what was happening in the previous game, where we'd have sustained pressure in one zone for 30 seconds, almost a minute at a time. Here, it's getting into a zone and then getting cleared out.
Well, it looks like there was both attacks for both teams right there, and Sifo was doing some really good groundwork. Dilger! Well, I didn't see him flying. I had to flick around, but look at the groundwork of Sifo, the double backflip. He's continuing to backflip while Dilger works his aerial bliss, and Fashy can't get there. What a power play from Queensland. That was amazing.
And they are dead even again. They've got the equalizer, 28 seconds to go. And maybe that's going to light a bit of a fire underneath the Queenslanders, because they've been playing from behind all this time, and now they've evened things up. We're going to have an Everton and a golden point situation. If we...
oh, you never know. They might get this.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, CJ with the intercept. And with 3 seconds to go, it might as well be a golden point. Because surely...
Oh my goodness! In my whole career of casting a Rocket League, I have never seen a defense stuff up a clearance and CJ just wraps around and punishes him. Oh my god. Well, Tasmania will level it up. Still another chance. The buzzer beater, perhaps, it drops. You know what? That's the play of the week. And I think CJ got it last night as well. No, I think it was Fashy with his shot on goal. So Tasmania, they're a small little island south of Australia, but they come out with the goods. They're definitely strong stuff.
Fantastic play from him. And in fact, it's recognized in the Twitch chat. We got Dick Butt Inc. saying CJ for MVP.
Oh, that's a good name in itself.
Yeah, CJ isn't actually playing. It's CJ. So don't know what he's watching.
He's listening to me. I'm watching someone else. I got a couple cars going out the front of my house, just smashing into each other with the ball.
Shout out to Part-Time Soldier, who's kind of taken a step back from his heavy involvement that he's had in community organizing. For Rocket League, taking a little bit of a break, but happy to have you.
He's welcome to join us.
Yeah, happy to have you in the Twitch chat, mate. Here for a bit of Oceanic Rocket League, the State of Origin series, presented by Cybergamer and broadcast by GameStar TV. 5 seconds in, the series is tied, Biza. 2 games all. 2 very tight games in the middle of the series. And I wonder if we're going to have yet another tight game on our hands.
I don't know. I honestly don't know the way these teams are playing. It's amazing in itself. Oh, and then a shot from CJ. Sifo will save. Look, you posed the question, Crisis. There are 2-2 at the moment in the series. And the momentum's shifting and changing. It's all about whose defense will hold up and how long they'll be attacking for. So I couldn't pick it. We'll have to leave it up to Twitch chat to tell us who's going to win. Will we see the boys from Tasmania upsetting the Queenslanders, the Maroons, and going to the grand final against New South Wales, or will we see a Maroons v Blue Rocket League bash like they do in the rugby?
Yeah, so if you've just joined us and you're wondering exactly what the proceedings of the evenings is going to be looking like, New Zealand forfeited. So they were due to play New South Wales.
You're not All Blacks, mate.
And they forfeited. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if the All Blacks were playing, because that would be an international side versus a state side. So, yeah, they forfeited. New South Wales through to the final. And so it's a question of one of these two teams winning a best of 7 and getting themselves into the final of the State of Origin series.
Do not call me Tasy's going to dick him. I don't know what that means. I don't want to know what it means. It sounds funny, but as the ball is going into the defensive side of Queensland.
Goodness me! I mean, Biza, such a simple shot. Line it up and get the right angle. Look at it into the top right-hand corner of the goals at speed, and the Tasmanian Devils back in the lead. In the previous game, what was it? They only needed 2 goals, one at the death of the game. In the lead, they are sitting pretty right now.
They are. Froggy moves it forward for Queensland. 2 double defence there. Schmegel will clear nicely back straight down to the other end. And this is what I've been noticed about Tasmania. The clearance work has been superb so far in these games as they're working through. Dilger now gets a chance from the goals. Up it goes, redirection coming from Sifo to work the corner. Dilger will flip the wrong side of the car, so we'll hold it up for Queensland. Froggy up. Dilger now. Shot a goal! Schmegel! He's mistimed it. Holy mollies. Schmegel was up before this, and he should have cleared. He's gone over the top. Dilger flipped the car at the right time. Gone past the goalie as well. And a quick equaliser here, halfway through the match. 1-1. We saw this before, Crisis.
Yeah, so are we going to get a blow away, or are we going to get a continuing tight battle in the midfield? The ball gets pinched against the wall, passed back to the boys in blue. Schmebel gets a good touch to it. Froggy with some control, but it passes over to CJ, and now more like volleyball getting played between the two teams. Sifo with a shot, and Fashy gets the clear out there. Schmebel almost got a deflection. Biza putting it into the goal on behalf of Sifo, but a defensive lapse for a moment there, but Sifo recovers himself, gets the ball away, the ball sitting in front of the goals, and Schmebel gifted a ball from another defensive lapse, and they're back in the lead of the Tasmanian Devils.
Oh, Froggy. Oh, Froggy. Frogged himself into the wrong spot, and off he went into the sunset whilst Schmebel puts one in the back of the net. Tasmania looking dangerous and continuing their form. And what a turnaround it's been, because it seemed like Queensland was starting to take the game away from them, and then all of a sudden they've just turned it on and continued to put the pressure on. Now they're going forward. Fashy works it up to Schmebel. The pass. It's going in for a goal. The pass was to CJ, and Schmebel comes through to finish it. I don't think he really needed to. I don't think the defense was there to clear.
Oh, no, it was there. Look
Froggy
at that.
was coming.
Yeah, Froggy got a touch to it even. And it's just the brute force of Schmebel behind the ball that made sure that it went in. 3-1. And we're starting to see a little bit of a lead getting built up by the Tasmanian Devils.
Yeah, they're looking a little bit stronger, Crisis. And Queensland just can't seem to find the pass play at the moment. Froggy, there's the man that surprised us at the start, but he seems to be lacking a little bit. Let's see if he can continue to improve that form of his. He gets an opportunity to center now. Sifo just hits it high, looking to redirect, but it's gone right over the top. Schmebel will clear. CJ with the drop down bounce, heads it forward. 2 defense there from Queensland. They both shut each other. Oh, this is an opportunity for Tassie. Schmebel in the right prime spot. Too much power. Over it goes. Fashy will redirect. Not really a great one. It's cleared by Froggy. Schmebel has to go up. CJ now all flying. The TAS at full flight. They're going for it. Fashy again. Too high. 40 seconds remaining. The pressure is on.
Well, a good passage of play coming through from the boys in blue. It's returned to their defensive zone, but they clear it out. Toot sweet, and now CJ puts the ball in the corner. Oh, the cut off of the wall from Fashy. A beautiful shot. Nobody expected it, and in fact, he juggled it between the wall and a defensive player. So beautiful skills.
Dilga's bonnet. He's actually teed it off Dilga's bonnet. So
4-1 with 20 seconds remaining. Biza and the Tassies have come alive.
Oh, they have indeed. This will be the third game in their victory of this series, which will line them up for match point. They'll have to get one more. And Queensland with all the work to go to the end. Well, they're still playing at the moment. 2 seconds remaining. Get ahead of myself, Prices. Ball drops, so there's the win confirmed for Tasmania for this round. They go ahead now. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's 3-2.
3-2. So there is one more to be won, because this is the best of 7, which means you need to win 4 to go through. So we're getting down to the business end of it. Queensland need to win the next one if they're going to go to the end. Otherwise, Taz have got it and go into the grand final.
So just going to save my replay very quickly and then ready up as I look to see if I can get another scoreboard going. Just the old one. There it is.
Yeah, apologies, guys. Apologies. We should have that sorted out. Anyways, 2 goals to Fashy, 2 goals to Smeeble. Nice little play from Tasmania. The 1 goal to the Dilga. Capping off the results, CJ had the most on goal, but didn't get any conversion. So interesting to see that he's continuing his form. He's just not getting lucky and putting them back on the net. Already up as we go into the 6th round here. Best of 7 series. This is a semi-final for the Cyber Game, a State of Origin. Tasmania taking on the Maroons. That's the Devils, the Maroons. Who's going to win? Well, Tassie are up by 1 at the moment. Queensland with all the work to do here, Crisis.
They do indeed. So we've got the old school scoreboard up there on the left-hand side next to the scores there. Might be a little bit difficult for you to see right now, but we will be able to keep track of exactly what the situation is once we go beyond this round. Of course, it's a best of 7, and I'm not sure. I mean, who else plays best of 7s besides the Oceanic region? I suppose they do for the grand finals of things like Rocket League and Rocket Royale. So we're not special snowflakes. Oh, the ball in the air in front of the goals for Tasmania. Nobody there to put it into the back of the net, though. And now here comes the attack. Dilga sitting in the blue zone. He's spun himself around, gets a good touch to it. Stifo looking to create some magic, but it's just not quite where he needs it to be. And the ball gets cleared out by the Tassies.
Dropping forward here, chance for CJ. Just deflected back to the other side. Froggy now for Queensland moving it forward. It's high up, but no one in the right position. CJ will just watch it drop and just control it. It's a nice little play by him. He tries to bring it off the wall, misses the process. Dilga, shot on goal. Big save by Fash. He keeps it out. CJ redirects. There's more of a ploy on the goal, just a little bit wide, and it's come back out now. Froggy slams into the wall, gets a pinch, not very far to Smeeble's effect. He's flying high, works a second, drops the ball in front of the pocket. Can't work around to the goal. Now Dilga, he's got an open goal. Fash, he's waiting for him on the wing. There's a good block there. CJ gets enough time. There's enough time there, Fashy giving to his teammate and CJ to clear. The ball's still there defensively. Fashy has to wrap. Back around, Froggy, the pinch is strong. Dilga reading the ground play. Back over the top it goes. CJ now. He's going to have a battle with Sufo. It's going high. This is now a fly from the triple somersault from Dilga. Almost deploy in, put the goal. They're going back defensive here. Great pressure from both teams for 2 minutes down, Crisis.
Yeah, oh! And just like that, out of nowhere, Sifo picks up the ball. Fashy got a touch to it. No, he whiffed it. And how many times have we seen that tonight? The slightest defensive lapse from one or the other team, and there is somebody to take advantage of it. This time, Sifo, the beneficiary, and the Queenslanders, the Maroons, are in the lead again.
Now, Weiss is suggesting that CJ's got 2 heads. He's saying that in chat. Gets that. I think he's He's a maroon, and he's giving Tassie a little bit of banter. You don't know Crisis, they do call the Tassie
CJ! How many other times you want to say it?
the double header.
And look at that, it's set up by Schmiebel. There's no defensive lapse there. It's just pure goal creation by a great backboard rebound from Schmiebel onto CJ. And the scores are evened up. Just when you thought Queensland might have been coming back into it, Biza, the boys in blue reply.
Well, CJ just shut me up, to be honest. I was gonna hang a little bit of crap on Tassie, but he's just proved me that I can't really do it. So we'll just get back into it. 1-1 scoreline. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Dilga's got the control of the ball. Passes over to Froggy. Froggy stops in the process, pops plays, moves it, but no one's on the other side. It would be Sifo waiting for it. He's stalking off the wall now. Up he goes. The hit shot. Dilga with a shot on goal. Well, that was planned. We just sort of went about it a little bit slowly, but Sifo, he just read that so well. And Dilga, that's an unstoppable combo when you got a passing play like that.
Yeah, precision from both players, and right away back into the lead go Queensland, and looking to get themselves another life in the series. They're down 3-2. If they lose this game, Biza, they'll be out.
Yep.
And so they absolutely must win to force the series to go the distance.
And for Siric's benefit and everyone who's just joined us, this is game number 6. We've gone past the 5 on the scoreboard. We've got the old school one up there. I don't think you can see it.
Yes, you
but
can.
This is number 6.
It's right there.
Just can see it. It's there. Number 6, this is Siric's just for you, buddy. And the boys at Queensland, they're doing the right things. They want to take it to the 7th. And now they're going to get an opportunity. Dilga with a double touch just off the wing there. Playing around the ball, soaking up a little bit of time. Sifo just got there in the nick of time. That could have gone horribly wrong, but he's kept it out. Now Dilga works it back down. CJ looking at demo. Missed pass. Sifo with the touch back over. It goes to Froggy defensively, just working it out. Misses the flip touch. Gets the boost and the possibility to move it forward.